Hey C3, I hope that you have been enjoying reading through the book of Acts with us and learning about the birth of the church. That's where we started in those first four chapters. And now, since chapter 13 and 14, we have been following along with the Apostle Paul and his missionary journeys. And now, these last four chapters, we see his journey to Rome. But in chapter 25 and 26, he is on trial before Festus and King Agrippa. And King Agrippa has that famous line as he interrupts him while he's preaching. It says, "Paul, what do you think? That you in so short a time can convince me to become a Christian?" And Pastor's been using that at invitation time for years. But in chapter 27 and 28, we see his journey there on to Rome, where he had requested that he appeared before Caesar to plead his case and preach the gospel to Caesar, is what he wanted to do. But in these last two chapters, we see the amazing faith of the Apostle Paul going through shipwrecks and what happens on the Isle of Malta. And we just see this wonderful faith of this man coming out and his assurance to the people that are with him during these storms and the shipwreck and all that happens. But what is great is how Luke ends this book in this last chapter of 28, where he says that the Apostle Paul spent the last 2 years in Rome. But the whole time there, he is preaching the gospel. He never quit preaching. That's what this book is about. It's about all the acts of the apostles. The amazing thing is the book ends in chapter 28. But we are living chapter 29. From that moment that Luke put the period on there, he sealed the envelope and he sent it off, we've been living in the day of Acts 29. We've been living out the church. And I hope that as you read this book, you'll be excited and you'll find a new passion to live out your faith before a world that is lost, and that you will gain the power of the Holy Spirit that these people had. And we can see in Carterville Christian Church the same thing that happened in the book of Acts.